Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I've got my friend over here, James.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Long-time viewer, first
Yes.
time on the show.
I feel very happy to be on the show, so thank you.
It's great to have you here. The reason why I thought it'd be great to vlog with you is because a lot of people they have these intentions, they have these desires, they have this want to go out there and do it, but they don't actually do it.
Yeah.
And so you and I connected about a bunch of different things. We were introduced via Ryan. And what struck me very early on about you is you're just throwing yourself out there, man. You're throwing yourself in the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
So before we go through all of that and unpack all of that on this vlog, can you just give me, or can you give the viewers sort of like a bit of a history, who you are, what you do, and then we can kind of go from there.
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks so much. So I'm James. I run a company called Video Y. Essentially,
I'll link James's details in the description below.
But essentially, I'm a filmmaker, so I create video content for social media, work with small businesses, really just helping to get the message out there.
Yep.
So that's pretty much what I'm doing.
And so you were at university?
Yeah, I was at university. I studied psychology.
Yep.
And going through 4 years of psych, I guess halfway through that I realized this isn't really what I wanted to do.
Sure.
I was watching a lot of business, motivational content out there. It's like, whoa, business would be amazing. If I could do that, it would be the most amazing thing I could possibly do with my life.
Sure.
Then I really quickly realized I had no idea about business at all.
Yep.
And I remember the last exam I had of my entire degree in university, right after I finished the exam, I went into the library and I'm going to start working on my business plans. I didn't really have any plans though.
Yep.
So quickly I realized I needed help.
Yep.
Couldn't really do it by myself.
Yep.
And for me, really to emphasize on this, that was a really big period where I was just wishing, hoping, not really knowing if anything was going to work because I didn't know anything.
Yep.
So I thought, why don't I just get around business owners? And I had the idea, if I could just work for a startup, maybe they'll teach me business, and through osmosis I'll learn.
Yep.
So I started applying. I literally just typed entrepreneur into Seek and applied for everything that came up.
Wow.
So I had a lot of interviews. It was a really cool experience, met a lot of people, and then I landed on a co-working space.
Yep.
So I had this grand idea of me starting a business, and I landed working as a receptionist, which is nothing wrong with, but it's far from what I was imagining.
Sure.
And I started an entry-level role at a co-working space.
Just so we're clear, not at Creative Cubes.
Yes.
If I would have known, we would have done things a little different.
Yeah.
But he was working at, and I don't even think it's a competitor's working space, but he was working at another co-working space just for full transparency.
And so it really started there, and I was around all these people actually running businesses, growing, developing, so it was an amazing opportunity for me to learn.
Sure.
But once again, right when I started, nothing happened.
Yep.
No magical ideas came to me. What really happened is I actively went out and started approaching people.
Yep.
And really the same way I met with you, I was just honestly being interested in what people were working on, their story. That is the strategy that I've just continued to employ.
Yep.
So slowly throughout the co-working space, I got more comfortable, started to know people. I had this idea, why don't I start interviewing people? It's a great way to learn.
Totally.
So I started reaching out to people, hey, do you mind doing like a 5-minute interview? We can meet up in the morning. Started reaching out to different people, and people were open to it. And then just by chance, I hit into someone who was the perfect mentor for me.
Yep.
This is someone who saw what I was trying to do. They could see a little bit further ahead than where I was, and they put all the ideas into structure.
Yep.
So they really just grabbed me and said, James, let's put structure behind this. I'm going to meet up with you once a week. You're going to tell me what you're working on, what your goals are, and your structure, and we'll build it together. Yep. That has been the most helpful thing ever. That's what started it all.
And so I think that what the lesson here, there's a bunch of lessons, and I think that there's a lot to unpack, and I don't think we have your attention for too much longer. But I think that the desire is one thing, the action is the other, and like without trying to sound all philosophical and cute, the grass is not greener on the other side. No. The grass is greener where you water it, right?
I love
and
that.
So if you are constantly, and I really look at certain aspects of business like a cricket pitch, right? And the goal is to just stay in that lane, go up and down that, up and down, and until you master that domain. And in this case, what I've recognized is as you've been doing your yards, as you've been putting yourself out there, stuff has started to happen. I mean, it's no coincidence. It's nothing magical, but you're a guy that has struck me as someone that's sitting back or, and don't take this the wrong way,
Sure.
having too much pride in oneself. I think you have a lot of pride in yourself, and and if I was you, I'd be very proud of who you are. But your ego is zero, and your hunger is everything. And so that's what I like about you.
Cool, thank you.
There's, I'm going to put a sign up. In fact, we don't have any ego in this building at all. We've got a great community, but if you did, you'd have to leave your ego at the front door because it's not welcome. And I think that a lot of people they carry themselves with too much entitlement. And I think that if you humble yourself and start working at a reception job, which is that was the entry point for your journey, or the starting point for your journey. Other people feel like they need to be up here and sort of carry themselves a little higher because this thing that they carry on their shoulders is just very heavy. So I really like that, and I think what I wanted to make sure that, apart from James' skills, James is helping us out a little bit here on the social media team. He's doing a bunch of little things every now and again. I'm going to link his details because maybe you find value in what he's doing professionally. But I think aspirationally, if you humble yourselves and reach out, people are going to start responding, which is where you're kind of living proof of all of that, right? Right. So I think that's really cool, man. And so what's the big picture for you? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Sure. And I'm going to be completely honest here. The goal for me is just to be able to create art for a living.
Yep.
That's what I'm doing through video at the moment. Just taking on more clients, enough to support myself and do what I want to do.
Yep.
And really just helping people.
Yep.
Getting people's messages out through video content. That's the main point.
So I'm sitting here in awe of his attitude and demeanor. With all true transparency and respect. We need more people like this. We need more people trying to help others instead of trying to help themselves. And I think that where you'll end up right at the top of the mountain because once you've helped other people get there, they will in turn, I hope, like Georgia Beatty says, send down the elevator and help you up. And I'm committed to you. So I'd love to be able to help you wherever I can. And I just love it, guys. Like that's the essence of entrepreneurship. That's the essence of like being a decent human being. So I hope that today, there's 1,000 lessons. I'm gonna have James come back on in a couple months' time, see where he's at, see what he's doing. Link his details if you're in need of social media help from a video, storytelling perspective. Full endorsement here for him. He's hungry, he's young, energetic, and he'll do a good job for you.
Thanks so much.
Mate, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
I'll be back tomorrow with Josh, This Week in Startups, and we'll get you back in a few weeks or a few months and see what's up.
Thanks so much.
All right. Awkward part of the segment, he sits here while I go turn off the camera.